Where is Chelangat? You come and
impressed with the work here, and like I said that we will need to give them the technical expertise to help improve on these facilities, because in what has been happening here, not much has been done. And for me as a minister, specifically for sports, I want to be honest that a lot needs to be done, and some of these things I'm picking them up. I'm going to share them with my senior colleague, the Minister of Lands. Then we'll advise them technically on what needs to be done. Of course, like we have all talked about the venue itself, the community vis-a-vis where the community is, the usability, these facilities. Of course, we know that we must plan for the future, but still, as you're planning for the future, you must be carrying out what we call impact assessment on the usability of such projects now and tomorrow. So, but a lot needs to be done here. That's why you see, you need to look at that goalpost. It's small in size. Look at the size of the metal, where the world has moved to plastic. Because at the end of the day, player must be protected. Look at the dressing rooms, they are not yet there. Look at the pavilion, is not yet there. So these are the details which of course we are looking at it. But we'll address this at the governmental level. Thank you.
talents in this country. But now, if you look critically on the laws of the game, the 17 laws of the game, the first law talks about the field of play. Of course, now for us to have better people, to have better athletes, must have better facilities in terms of field of play. And now I'm grateful that through OSMID, we were able to construct a certain number of pitches in this region. One of the pitches is that one we have been doing, looking at Leju, and we have around the 4 sites here in Yumbe. But Leju's facility is big, that should have accommodated all the sports disciplines. But the challenge was now lack of consultations. We did not consult well, and when we were there were a lot of gaps. And I'm hopefully that with the recommendation of the minister and the team around, we are going to bridge up the gaps, that we have this facility playable come next season. In fact, the season is going to start rather. Now, even we have the drum that needs a facility like that one of Leju. I think it should be improved on that facility. I think it's going to be one of our venues that the region will going to host the events there. Coming to the pitches in Yumbe, we have one in Barakala, we have another one in Nomogi sub-county. Barakala was called the Barakala sub-mini town council. We have another one in Udrau, and of course the other one is in Pululu sub-county. But if you look critically at the various pitch venues that we are going to talk about, the way they have been constructed, they do vary. Maybe the challenge has been the competence of the contractors that have been assigned, awarded the contract to do their work. But I'm grateful that the one of Barakala is at its completion around 80%. But now, this will now determine whether the pitch is going to be playable, because we want the minister's recommendation. Because this is a government fund, and it comes with many demands, and also the criteria to be met must be met by the contractor who is undertaking the works down there. Because that's what we call compliance. And I'll be grateful at the end when it passed the test that we were talking about, this in terms of compliance, and ensure that it is fit for athletes to play in. And that's why today we're here. I'm grateful that the minister has come, the General Secretary of National Council of Sports, and of course the Chairman of National Council of Sports is here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've had an opportunity to have the Honorable Minister of State for Sports with us. We have inspected the playground here in Barakala Town Council, and a number of recommendations have been made, including the size of the land that was availed, the status of the playground, and how it should be made. So our job would be now to coordinate with the respective districts on how well they can implement these recommendations. We expect a report from National Council of Sports, and against that we shall be able to see how best we can we can recommend and we can implement some of the recommendations that have been provided. But also what's most important here is that this gives us an opportunity to improve our designs in the next phase. For any other sports facilities that we'll be developing, we shall continue to adopt the guidelines for sports facilities. And
first I want to say that we're happy to be here and see some work that was done. Our hope was that the work is a little more different than what you have seen here. We would have loved to have a sizable playground that can take up a running track, that we're able to do track and field events here. As much as we can do football here, there are so many talents in this area who could do athletics, track and field, jumping, running, that can help the children in this area. And also some of those facilities, once you do it that way, then you don't need a lot of equipment. Yeah, you just come in and run. I run 400 meters, I run 10,000 meters. But also the quality of work, we want to expect that the leveling has to be done right. The positioning of the facility, yes, we understand this is the town council, we would have loved for it to be more central, but we can see the population will grow and it will soon be in the middle of the city, hopefully. Next time we want these facilities to be very well positioned, and even the resource center that we have that is a bit distant from here, it would have been good if it's next to this facility, so that it becomes the pull factor. The kids come to play, but once they finish playing, they can be drawn into the resource center and be taught life skills and any other information that needs to be passed on them. But we are happy that at least this project was able to take off and be constructed according to the specifications of the engineers. Next time, let them approach us so that we're able to give them the standards that they should follow.